Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. Sorry for the bad lighting. It is early in the morning and I haven't left my bed yet. I'm just checking in and starting the vlog before going to work. Last week was difficult. This week we're going to try and make better. So, with that said, welcome to the vlog. I don't have much to say other than welcome, and with that I don't have much more to say other than welcome to the vlog, and I'll talk a little bit about what my plans are for this week for reading. I do think because I have been feeling really depressed and just tired that I haven't been doing everything I can do to make sure that I'm fueling my creative side and not just wallowing. So this week I'm starting something new where I'm only gonna watch one episode of TV a night. I'm gonna give myself one day to like binge watch shows, but I'm gonna let myself watch one episode of a TV show every night, and then the rest of the time I need to spend writing and reading and just like getting back into what is self-care for me, because that's been really slacking the last few months and I can feel it, and we have to make a change. So that's what we're gonna do. So hopefully with this vlog I'll be holding myself accountable, and if I do that, hopefully I'll be able to read at least 2 of these books and start the 3rd. That's my goal. Alternatively, I will finish one book, start a 2nd book, and have made progress, like significant progress, on my writing plans. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the books that are on my TBR. Okay, so my reading plans this week are Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, the sequel to Caraval Legendary by Stephanie Garber, and then the final book in the Burning Kingdom series, The Lotus Empire. I read The Oleander Sword earlier this year, and I loved it so much. I think this is going to be like a new all-time favorite series for me, so I'm very excited and very sad to be reading the last one. So this is the TBR. Hey friends, it is Tuesday and it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I meant to check in earlier in the day. Today is my day off, but I really just let myself have a super lazy morning. Charlotte didn't have to leave for work until like 11, so we had all that time this morning together, and then I just kind of laid around for a little bit. But we're up now and we're going to be working on a whole bunch of things today. Unfortunately, my eczema is really bad on my hand, so I'm currently wearing a glove because I put on some eczema lotion. So hopefully that will help, because I'm literally in agony. It's awful. Truly, it's one of the most painful and uncomfortable things that I've ever had to experience, especially since it like has not gone away. I don't know how much I've talked about it in the vlogs, but I think it's like dihydrosis or something like that. It's like this form of eczema that's like little bubbles of liquid on the palm of my hand, and eventually they scab over and they look like they're healing, and then all of a sudden it comes back and they don't really know what causes it. Some people, like, some of it says that it's like if your hand gets wet a lot or stress can cause it. I feel like stress might be my trigger because I have been extremely stressed out. And then I'm having one of the worst, like, I forget what they're called, flare-ups this week right after the election. So I think it has to do with stress, but just know it's literally causing me so much anxiety, so much like I'm so depressed over how bad my hand hurts constantly. And it's my dominant hand too. So everything that I do, everything that I touch, it like brushes up against it. It's just truly awful. Just know that it's had a significant detrimental impact on my mental health. But anyway, I did read quite a bit of Kingdom of the Wicked. I'm going to try and talk about this pretty quick because my battery on my camera is dying apparently. But over yesterday and this morning, I've read 138 pages. So basically, we have Emilia. She and her twin Victoria are witches, and they have basically been taught by their Nona that they need to be careful about the type of witchcraft that they are performing, not only because humans will hunt them down, but also because if they do the wrong type of magic, then demons might come to the world and kill everybody. And then a series 2 murders or 3 murders happen, and Nona is very worried that the demons are coming to collect on this debt. And then her twin is found murdered, and she is determined, and Amelia is determined to solve the murder, and she ends up meeting Wrath, one of the wicked princes, so the princes of hell or whatever, and he is trying to convince her to work with him because he's saying that he's on her side, and he also is trying to find the murderer who's been killing these witches, but she doesn't trust him. And we've started to meet some of the other brothers. And she's basically trying to figure out what her best options are. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. I don't want to put it down when I'm reading it, which is desperately what I needed since I DNF'd my last book, which I hate doing. So anyway, that's what I'm reading right now. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. It's exactly what I was looking for in this moment. And now I am going to start working. I have a bunch of stuff to do, but hopefully I'll have a little bit of time to relax later. So I will check in a little bit. In very exciting news, we got a Christmas tree and we got it put up. We are ordering more lights because this tree is bigger than our tree last year, but we have to go pick up the lights tomorrow. But I'm literally so excited. Hey everyone, it's Thursday night. It's about 7 p.m. I got home from work around 6. I took an everything shower, and I've put dinner in the oven, and while that cooks, I wanted to talk a little bit about Kingdom of the Wicked because I haven't talked about it at all yet. And I'm 283 pages in. I have 86 pages left. I think that I'll be able to finish it today, and I'm very excited. I've enjoyed the heck out of it. So essentially, Amelia has a twin who is murdered, and she is out for vengeance, and she is going to find out who killed her sister and why. Amidst all this, there are other witches being murdered. I think I mentioned already in a previous update that they're witches, but anyway, they're witches, and other witches are being killed because one of the princes of hell need a wife to break the curse, and they need a witch for a wife in order to break the curse. And so they're trying to find a witch to be the wife, and each of the witches are dying / being murdered. And so Amelia and Prince Wrath are working together to determine what happened to her twin and what is happening and who is killing all of these other brides. Some interesting turn of events, which I am really enjoying so far, is a spell that didn't work the way our main character thought it was working. Interactions with each of the other princes of hell. The talk of how dark and light magic, keeping them separate, is maybe not the best way of things. It's always been something that has kind of bothered me as a setup, but I'm excited to see what's in store for the next 86 pages. And I am really glad that I have the next ones ready so that I can continue reading them. I'm glad that I DNF'd my last book, because if not, I'd probably still be slogging through that and not breezing my way through this one. So yeah, it's like, it is a YA, romantasy, fantasy, romance, whatever. But if you like it and the vibes, like, I feel like there's a lot of talk on book spaces about when you're too old to read or enjoy YA. I think that is a personal preference. Personally, I still read YA and I still really love it. I consider it that I'm just reading a book. I don't think YA versus adult novels, I don't think it has much of a difference between the content or the writing, except for when it comes to like writing style and the way topics get approached. And so I am still I'm still very much enjoying reading YA fantasy. And until I stop enjoying YA fantasy, I intend to read YA fantasy, even if I'm old as heck and still reading YA fantasy. Anyway, it has the vibes. Like, I don't know how to... It has the vibes. It has everything that I'm looking for. I'm having a really good time with it. I'm honestly enjoying it a little bit more than I thought I was going to, and that is always welcome. But anyway, I don't have much more cohesive to say about it, so I'm just gonna get back to reading, and I'll probably check in with you guys later, maybe. Or I'll talk to you tomorrow, one or the other. I do have tomorrow off. I have some things that I have to get done tomorrow, which are boring and not super fun, but it is what it is. I'm just excited for a day off. So anyway. Criminal Minds and Bagels. Best Friday ever. Hello. you. It's Saturday. I don't think I checked in much yesterday, and I didn't check in at all until today, or until now, today. But, you know, we've been going through it. I've been having a rough time. Anyway, some exciting things. I don't think I mentioned, but I did finish Kingdom of the Wicked. I really had a great time. This book had the vibes that I was looking for. It was fun. It was enjoyable. It was everything that I expected it to be. It's a YA fantasy. And I'm really excited to read the next ones. And I'm glad that I already have the first book in like the spin-off series, which is her first adult novel. It was like an interesting, for me, I found it a really enjoyable take on witches and demons and the church and everything that was occurring around there. It's kind of hard to talk about exactly the things that I liked because it will be spoilers. But overall, this just worked for me. It just worked. It did what I wanted it to do. It was an enjoyable read. So I gave it 4 stars. I am really looking forward to reading the next one. But we're not just jumping into the next one because we have other books on our plate. So I have started Legendary by Stephanie Garber. I'm currently on page 73. I am really enjoying this one. We are going to run into the issue where I can't really talk about what it's about because it is the sequel, but essentially this is set in the same world as Carval because it's the second book. And we have the sister, Donatella, is the main character in this one, where Scarlet was the main character in Caraval. And Donatella is trying to find the name, Legend's real name. So I suppose you could say that that's a spoiler if you know that this is about the second sister, but I'm not going to talk about it too in depth, just that she's looking for Legend's real name, and it could cost her everything. And I'm really enjoying it so far. Having a great time. Because I've been struggling, I did pick up 2 books today. The first one was Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. It's a sapphic Christmas rom-com. I haven't read any of Ashley Herring Blake's other books, but I've heard really good things. And I have been trying to find a sapphic romance that I love set in Christmas time, and I haven't really found it yet. I've found ones that I've enjoyed. I've also found ones that I did not enjoy, and I'm hoping that maybe I will love this one. And then the other book that I got on a whim was The Book of Witching by C.J. Cook, and it's essentially like this woman, her daughter, she gets called, and her daughter is in a coma, and her daughter's boyfriend and her daughter's best friend have gone, or her daughter's boyfriend is dead, and her daughter's best friend is missing. And then when her daughter wakes up, she doesn't recognize her mother, and she keeps calling herself a different name, and so she is inexplicably linked with this other witch that was killed 400 years ago, something like that. Anyway, it sounded intriguing, and I read the first few pages, and I was like, you know what? I'm into this, so I bought it. And then the other very exciting thing that happened today is that I got this in the mail. I got an Ivy Canon printer, and I want to use it for my book journal, which I need to get made for this coming year, for 2025, because I really enjoyed my book journal when I stayed on top of it, but then I stopped staying on top of it. So I got it for that purpose. I would also like to start journaling a little bit, and I think it would be fun to be able to put like little photographs. Like I printed this one of me and Charlotte. I don't think you can see, but anyway, I printed this one of me and Charlotte, but I'm gonna give it to Charlotte when she gets home. And I just thought it would be fun to be able to include like little pictures in my journal. And then the other reason that I got it was because I really like making like aesthetic collages for what I'm working on and what I'm writing. So I thought if I make them and I print them, then I could put them in my notebook. So I've been kind of fooling around with that and I'm really excited. So I'll show you. So like, see? I just took some pictures from the internet and I printed that. So this is one of my characters that I am working on for this next project. I thought it would be really cool and fun to be able to do that. And then as I'm potentially able to commission character art, I can also print it off and put it in my little notes to keep myself motivated, because, you know, that's just how my brain works. But I'm having a lot of fun using it and printing those two things so far. Well, three things. Two things for my project and one thing for Charlotte, and the cats are fighting. So I've also been talking for like 8 minutes, so I'm gonna stop because I don't really have that much to say. And I'm gonna read until Charlotte gets home, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed early. And by early, it's not even that early. It's like 10:20. Knock it off! So anyway, I'm gonna let you go. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Here's Midnight. Say hi, Midnight. And Augie. Augie. This is not good. Hey, it's Sunday. It's 6 p.m. I'm just getting out of work, and you wouldn't be able to tell that it's 6 p.m. because it's completely dark. The sun has set. It's winter in the New England area. No more sun for me today. But I don't have anything really to talk to you about. I just wanted to check in because I didn't do a good job of checking in yesterday, and then today it's been a mess. My dad came. We moved the old mattress out of the apartment, finally. And then I had to go to work. But now I'm on my way home, and Charlotte is also on her way home. So we'll probably figure out what we're going to do for dinner. We'll probably watch some Criminal Minds while we eat. And then I'm going to try and read a Legendary because I am really enjoying it. But today I was just like not able to focus on my break or my lunch to read. So I haven't read anything today. So I would like to get some reading done before the end of the vlog. So yeah, hopefully I will remember to check in before the end of the night. If not, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm just doing my best. Just like, it's all we can do. It's just our best, you know? So anyway, that's my check-in.